Hi there, in this video I'm going to talk to you about 5 common photography mistakes. When I first picked up a camera, I thought that good photography was about settings, sharpness and having the right gear. But the truth is, I made every beginner mistake in the book, and those mistakes are exactly what helped me to grow. Now in this video, I want to walk you through the most common photography mistakes that people make, not to criticize them, but to help you to recognize them and move forward faster. Now if you're new to photography, or even if you feel stuck creatively, chances are you'll recognize yourself in at least one of these, and watching this video will help you to enjoy your photography. One of the most common mistakes in photography is shooting everything from eye level. Now it's understandable because that's how we naturally see things in the world. However, when every image is taken from the same height, photos can quickly become predictable and visually flat. Early on, I rarely thought about perspective. I'd stand and lift the camera to my eye, take the shot and move on. But over time, I learned that simply changing your shooting height can dramatically alter both the mood and the clarity of a photograph. Perspective influences what elements appear in the frame and how they relate to each other. This makes a powerful tool for simplifying a scene. Lowering your camera can reduce background clutter and help isolate the subject, especially in busy environments. Shooting from a low angle can also make subjects appear stronger and more dramatic or more dominant in the frame. On the other hand, shooting from above can help simplify a complex scene by flattening shapes, minimizing distracting backgrounds, or creating cleaner compositions with clearer lines and patterns. Now don't just limit yourself to changing height, you can do lots of other things. Maybe move around your subject, take a few steps to the side, shift your angle, or reposition yourself so that distracting elements disappear or align more clearly. Often the difference between an average photo and a strong one isn't better equipment or perfect timing, it's simply being willing to kneel down, step closer, or change your viewpoint. Strong photographs are often defined by their simplicity. A useful way to think about this is to think about a painting analogy. So if you were sitting down with a paint box to recreate a photograph, would you choose to paint everything that appears in the scene? In most cases, the answer would be no. You'd naturally only select the most important elements and leave out anything else that distracts from the main subject. The same approach applies to photography. Before pressing the shutter, take a moment to consider what truly adds to the image. Ask yourself what the photograph is about and whether every element in the frame supports that idea. Even in fast-moving or spontaneous situations, a brief pause can help you to adjust your position or framing to improve the composition. But when you've got more time, actively simplify the scene. This might mean changing your angle to remove distracting backgrounds, moving closer to your subject to exclude unnecessary details, or using a wider aperture to blur the clutter and draw attention to the main focus. Look for clean backgrounds, strong shapes and clear lines that guide the viewer's eye. Sometimes it's as simple as just waiting for less people to pass through the frame or to reposition yourself so that elements don't overlap. By consciously reducing visual clutter and focusing on what matters most, your photographs will become clearer and more intentional, and ultimately more impactful. Another common mistake, and one that I've definitely made myself, is over-editing. When you're new to editing, it's really tempting to push every slider. More contrast, a little bit more clarity, more saturation. And at first this can feel exciting because the image suddenly looks bold and dramatic. However, With time, these heavy edits often begin to work against the photograph rather than enhancing it. At one point, I used to think that editing was about making a photo look impressive, but now I see it as a way of just refining the image so it better reflects how the moment actually felt. Careful edits can guide the viewer's eye, reinforce the subject, and remove distractions instead of adding visual noise. One helpful approach is to focus on light and colour first. Adjust the exposure, highlights and shadows to create a balance and clarity before reaching for effects and stylistic tools. Subtle colour corrections can unify the image and make it feel more cohesive, while heavy saturation and clarity often pulls attention away from the subject and towards the edit itself. It also helps to step away from your edit before exporting. Taking a break allows you to return with fresh eyes and notice whether adjustments still feel natural. A good rule of thumb is this: if you notice the edit before you notice the subject, you've probably gone too far. The word photography comes from the Greek roots photo, meaning light, and graphy, meaning drawing or representation, and together they translate to drawing with light. So when you think about it this way, it becomes clear why not studying light might be the biggest mistake of all. Many photographers focus heavily on cameras and lenses, but it's light that truly shapes a photograph. Early on, I rarely considered where the light was coming from. I simply photographed whatever was in front of me, but once I began paying attention to light, everything changed. Understanding light allowed me to simplify images, guide the viewer's eye, and give subjects more depth and clarity. Light helps define what matters in a frame, so directional light can highlight a subject while pushing background into shadow, instantly reducing visual clutter. Soft light can smooth textures and create calm, simple compositions, while harsh light can create strong contrast and bold shapes. Neither is right or wrong, but being aware of the quality of light can help you choose how much detail you want to show or hide. You can have the best camera in the world, but if the light isn't working for you, the photograph won't work either. By learning to see and use light intentionally, you can gain one of the most powerful tools for creating simpler, stronger, and more meaningful images. One of the most important parts of my philosophy is my motto to enjoy your photography. And for a long time I was trapped in the idea that every photograph needed to be award-winning. I focused so much on results that I stopped enjoying the process itself. And over time I realized that this mindset was actually limiting my creativity rather than improving it. But when I allowed myself to simply enjoy taking photographs, being outside, observing light, thinking creatively, and capturing moments that felt meaningful, my outlook completely changed. Letting go of constant pressure made photography feel lighter and more intuitive, and ironically, my images began to improve as well. Taking photography too seriously can also complicate your images. When you're overly focused on perfection, it's easy to overthink composition, force ideas, or include too much in the frame. A relaxed mindset encourages simplicity. You start to notice small details, quiet moments, and clean compositions that might otherwise have been overlooked. So enjoyment helps you to slow down, observe more carefully, and choose what truly matters in the scene. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't aim to take good quality photographs or work to improve your skills. Those goals are important for anybody that's pursuing a hobby. However, it's equally important to remember why most people pick up a camera in the first place, and that is for fun. When enjoyment comes first, learning feels natural, creativity flows more freely, and your photographs will become more honest, simple, and professional. At its core, photography is about seeing and experiencing the world. And when you enjoy the process, the images you create will often reflect that clarity and ease. All the mistakes that I've talked about in this video don't make you a bad photographer, it just means that you are learning. Every photographer you admire has made the same mistakes at some point. The difference is not talent or equipment, but persistence. They kept shooting, observing and refining their approach. If you're still shooting everything at eye level, over-editing your photographs, struggling to understand light or taking things too seriously, you're not behind, you're exactly where you need to be. These experiences build your visual awareness and help you develop a more intentional way of seeing. Stop trying to do everything at once and start focusing on what matters most. Photography is a journey, not a destination, and every mistake is simply another step forward, guiding you towards stronger, simpler, and more meaningful photographs. If you have enjoyed that video, I'll link another one you might enjoy just up here. If you'd like to become a friend of the channel, you can do that simply by clicking the like, subscribe and the bell notifications. Leave me any comments you have down below or nip over to my Instagram, Vero or Facebook account. But all that's left now is to say, stay safe and I'll see you soon.